Okay, my last recording is going to focus on Latin American art versus ancient Greeks, like portraits, paintings, sculptures. So, one thing I would like to acknowledge is that both time periods share their own perspectives and they each have their own persona towards certain topics. And I feel that Latin American art typically refers to creating a sense of emotion when speaking to their audience. As I stated before, especially with a lot of the artists, they choose to create a tale from what they receive as a viewpoint in society. And I think emotions are relayed through their tellings and their stories. I think they receive a certain support from the audience that causes people to connect with their paintings. So, ancient Greece portraits are more portrayed as something realistic, something that symbolizes a certain symbol, a figure, or a person. And I chose to focus on battles and wars during the time period. So, as you see in Latin American art, it highlights battles and wars as something more negative because it does affect people of these certain ethnicities and these cultures in a different perspective. And they've struggled intensely after having their families separated from them, after having their family members killed during the war and the battle. And I feel that ancient Greece sculptures portray these battle people as someone above, and it there's some pieces that portray battles like as wounds or something, but I feel like in Latin American art they choose to focus more on how the war hurts them. But in retrospect, I feel like both of these categories or eras do a great job at symbolizing what they feel about war. And I think that they connect because use a different type of they use the same type of emotions linked to that. And I feel like they emphasize greatly on war and how that affects them. Another thing that I really think stood out for me with the portraits for both of them is just the opinions that people have, and they're not afraid to use art to display that or express it. I think that's really important, especially when connecting with the audience. People find it important to find find art that they can connect to, that they feel exhibits their perspective. And I really enjoyed reviewing these different styles of art. As you see, um just using the warriors as someone that um just using I mean, they do both use battles as something that's not wonderful, but I feel like Latin American art uses more emotions to display why war is not that great. And